Good evening once again, everybody, and welcome to NBC News Channel's 13 Now, your own personalized YouTube and Facebook and digital newscast. I'm your friendly neighborhood anchor, Steve Koosh, breaking down some of the hot election results on this oh-so-important night. Of course, we are tracking down the national results. We've got people all over the state right now, including our little friend Kumi Tucker over here. She can't hear us right now. Don't worry about that. So she's at one of the watch parties. We're keeping a close eye on her and how she's doing out there with some of the local candidates and some of the races we're following. If you're following the national races, New York has gone for Kamala Harris. Pretty much no surprise right there. But the reason why we're doing this is because we wanted to tell you about some of the local things that we're all following, including Proposition 1, which would enshrine abortion rights into our state constitution. Also, we have a big congressional district race going on for the 19th district. This is what runs along the Massachusetts border and the Catskills and southern tier to Ithaca. So that one right there is between Democratic challenger Josh Riley. He's going up against Republican incumbent Mark Molinaro. Now, this has been a very tight race because these two guys have gone head-to-head before. Just 2 years ago, Molinaro barely beat Riley by less than 2 percentage points. Very close race. Tonight, it's looking like it's flipping into Josh Riley's favor. Now, why is that? According to the latest results that we're following right here, for the 19th Congressional District seat for the House of Representatives, Josh Riley currently leading Republican Mark Molinaro 56% to 44%. We're looking at approximately 146,000 votes cast for Riley compared to 114,000 ballots cast for Mark Molinaro. So that's where we are with that right now. And here's why this is so very important right now. If the Democrats wanted to regain control of the House of Representatives, its seats, just like Josh Riley's, Mark Molinaro's seat that they're going for here, the 19th Congressional District, that is very important. Currently, the balance of power in the U.S. Congress, House of Representatives, Republicans have 220 seats compared to Democrats, 212. So if New York peels off a few more seats, we're going to get even closer and more deadlocked in the House of Representatives, which not always a good thing if you're trying to get legislation passed in this country. Moving on, Albany District Attorney's race. This is another big race that we've been talking about because David Soares, the guy on the far right here, he's been the DA in Albany for the last 20 years. Well, the guy on the far left, that's Lee Kindlon. He beat David Soares in the primary, the Democratic primary. They're going up against Republican Ralph Ambrosio. Lee Kindlon is the Democratic candidate. Republican Ralph Ambrosio, he is the Republican. Lee Kindlon, Democrat. Ambrosio, Republican. David Soares, though, he's the independent candidate. He lost the primary, the Democratic primary, but he did not want to get out of the race. He's actually a write-in candidate. But how did that write-in work for him? Because, again, you're not just selecting a bubble. You have to add that person's name specifically. According to Associated Press, maybe not another surprise here, but Democratic challenger Lee Kindlon is going to be Albany County's next district attorney. That according to the Associated Press. Let's get into the last big topic we're talking about right here, Proposition 1. This isn't just for us here in the capital region. This is for all of New York State, and this would update New York State's current Equal Rights Amendment in the state constitution, which would apparently enshrine abortion rights and abortion protections. This has been a bit of a controversial one. Why is that? Well, currently, New York's Equal Rights Amendment prohibits discrimination of any kind based on race, color, and religion. If passed, Proposition 1 would expand those protected classes to add ethnicity, national origin, age, disability, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, pregnancy, and pregnancy outcomes. You heard it right there. Pregnancy and pregnancy outcomes, those would be protected classes in New York. This will then give the rights to an abortion to the state constitution and add it as something that would be very difficult to overturn. Now, some people were concerned that it would also allow biological boys who identify as transgender girls to play against girls in sports. To clarify, it is already legal, we're told, for transgender girls to play girl sports in New York. However, Prop 1, if passed, would make it harder to overturn that. As for the odds of Proposition 1 becoming law, the latest data we have right here is, according to the Associated Press, Proposition 1 will become law in New York State. The latest figures we had showed Proposition 1 with well over a million vote plus lead for Prop 1 versus the anti-Prop 1. We're looking at a rate of about 72% to 28%. So Proposition 1 is going to be passing and become New York law to enshrine abortion rights and protections to all New Yorkers. We still have a whole lot more coming in about 10 minutes. Tune into NBC News Channel 13. We're going to have full coverage of all the hottest races, including some of the state assembly and state Senate seat races that are currently ongoing. A lot is happening here tonight, including that big presidential race between former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. How is it all going to shake out in the end? You're going to have to tune in at 11. Hopefully, we'll have some better numbers for you to give you a clear look at that. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in 10 minutes on NBC News Channel 13. Thanks.